Hi, thanks for joining me. So today I'm going to do what I hope is a quick video here. I just want to show off some cool hardware for the most part. Some things I've actually had for a while I haven't had a chance to show off. This is a system that I found, and you know, I knew nothing about this. I didn't know this existed. And when I found out that it existed, I had to have it. Just absolutely. It just seems like the coolest bit. It's essentially a reverse importing. So what I'm talking about here is the Atari 2800. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I'd never heard of it before. This is the version of the Atari 2600 that was released in Japan. I just thought that was so cool. I'm not going to try to go over really specific information about it. You guys can go ahead and look it up on, Wikipedia or whatever, wherever you need to go. But suffice to say, you can see that this is, the case is in the style of the 7800, which is the first game system that I ever had, and I really liked it. This has some major differences from it here. You've got these big buttons on the front. It also has 4 controller ports, which I think is pretty cool right here on the front there. The power button is actually on the front, and yeah, other than that, on the bottom there are actually these channel buttons here. You have channel A, B, and then your black and white and color select. So it's very different, very much, I would say, kind of more advanced in a way than any of the designs of the 2600 previously. And actually, I guess Sears was so impressed with this design when they saw it that they did release a version of this here called the what is it, the Sears, I'll have to look it up. It's like the Sears Home Arcade or something like that. So anyway, what I was waiting on with this, I actually purchased it technically non-working, and so it basically came with I think like 2 controllers, the system, and it has the attached video cable, and then no power supply. So I definitely didn't want to mess this up with the wrong power supply. So thankfully I got a hold of Best Electronics, and they came through like always. They knew exactly what I was talking about. In fact, they were so like casual about it. I'm just like, I'm talking about the 2800, not the 2600. They're like, oh yeah, we've got the power adapter. So they sent it to me, and let's check it out here. All right, so here we are, just firing this up. Now I did have to put the TV on channel 95, and I forget what the channel selector was on the bottom, but I think it was A. And you can see here it works fine. So even though it was listed as as non-working, here it's working great. I'm going to go ahead and hit reset here, and you can see Asteroids is working like a charm. So I just think this is so cool. There's no region locking on this, so you're using. I'm just using a regular North American copy of Asteroids here on this, and it has some pretty cool controllers. Now I was actually using another controller from Best Electronics, and not this one, but these are the ones that come with the system. They're a little bit more similar to the ones for the 5200. You actually have a paddle controller here in the center that also works as a joystick, and you have 2 buttons here. It's a kind of a similar setup to the Atari 7800 controller later, minus the paddle turn knob there. And I tried this out. This one actually, maybe it was the other one, seemed a little like the buttons were a little stiff, but it worked great. I don't have a paddle game to try it out with, so I'll have to pick one up to give that a shot. But I was really happy with it. This particular controller, and not the other one there, I tried out, and actually this one doesn't work. So I might need to do a little repairs on this. But I was almost a little disappointed. I picked this system up to repair, and it works like a charm. So who knew? Sometimes you get those little happy accidents. That's one of the things I like about picking up, defective merchandise. So that's that. I hope you guys found that interesting. I want to show you something else, though. So let's take a look over here. So space is a little tight here, but I'm going to hand hold of this to the best of my ability. This is my other arcade cabinet. You guys remember I was talking about that. This one is Macross themed, and I have the actually 2 Macross arcade boards. I have the original Super Dimensional Fortress Macross, and I also have a Macross Plus, which is a very cool game. You can see here, this is all in black with this blue trim, which I think is really cool. Again, I had something printed out on the side here. Just a couple bubbles in it there, but that is the Macross side artwork that I chose. I think it's from a DVD release of Do You Remember Love, or one of those things. But I just thought it looked great with the cab, and especially if you're far away from it a little bit, the black blends right in. It looks really cool. So anyway, the cool thing about this right now is that you can see I've got Raiden 3 going on it. This is hooked up to my PlayStation 2. Just like my other system, or my other arcade, I have some video inputs here just going right to the TV that I can plug anything in that I want. And what ends up being cool about that is, I don't have the arcade boards in it right now, which will work with the controls here, the control panel I've set up. But I can use a regular, controller hooked up to the system, and I basically have a dedicated Tate or vertical oriented CRT monitor that I can use any shmups that have a vertical mode to them on this setup. So very, very cool. Very excited about that. I might just go ahead and put my camera on the tripod and just play, like, I don't know, a couple seconds of this, just so you guys can see me enjoying this a little bit. Alright, so here's how this is here in the Tate or vertical orientation, and I gotta say, it's so awesome being able to play this like this. I mean, it's all relative. Like, if you play a game like this on an HD TV these days, that's that's just bigger, you're gonna get at least this size, if not a larger image. But just being able to see it essentially fill the frame here, and just be an actual CRT is pretty amazing. I gotta say, this is cool. I suppose I put a lot of effort into to achieve this level of coolness. So obviously, I was pretty committed to it, and I just think it's great. Oops. Okay, so you guys are gonna see me suck pretty badly on this. I have no idea what difficulty this is on. It's probably on normal, which I bet's a little hard for me anyway. But yeah, I'm just gonna play a couple minutes of this and just let you guys see what it's like doing this. If you guys have seen enough, thanks for watching, and if you stick around, I'll just keep playing a little bit. And I hope you'll join me again for more anime and video game related videos. So hopefully I'll have more coming up here. I have what's shaping up to be a pretty cool trip to Fun Spot coming up here this summer. So I'll probably fill you guys in more on that at a later time.